Okay, so a few people have messaged me saying they'll join in like 4 5 minutes. So I think Nimisha, we can start off, right? So, hey guys, hi, welcome to another free workshop, by IPF. And this time we are having the first one on prenatal yoga. So, and I'm just so glad that we have an amazing expert with us, Nimisha from Yogkutir team, right? So, Nimisha is like I was just going through her credentials and her experience, and I'm so happy that first session on prenatal yoga is being done by her. She is super skilled and a well-trained yoga teacher and therapist, right? And she's internationally certified yoga teacher as per RYT 200 certification, internationally certified advanced yoga teacher, internationally certified prenatal yoga teacher, and a certified weight loss coach. So we have, uh, so many expertise, right in one person sitting across her. So Nimisha, over to you, yeah. I'm just super excited for an amazing session with you.
Thank you, Priyadarshita, for the warm introduction. Namaste, and I welcome all the beautiful moms to be joining us today for this special prenatal yoga webinar. As Priyadarshita mentioned, my name is Nimisha, and I'm the founder of Yogkutir.com, a certified yoga teacher in advanced and pre-postnatal yoga, and a weight loss coach. I have over 2,500 hours of yoga training experience covering areas like general wellness, pre-postnatal health, therapeutic yoga, and weight loss. On the personal front, I am a mother of 10-year-old daughter and having traversed through all the phases of pregnancy and motherhood, I can personally relate so well with the subject of pregnancy and the importance of prenatal yoga. I would love to keep the session interactive, so feel free to post your questions on the chat box. I'll quickly run through the presentation, followed by Q&A and demo of the prenatal yoga techniques. So let us begin today with the session. What is pregnancy? Someone termed pregnancy as a 9-month preparation to fall in love for lifetime. How true? I am sure most of you would agree to this. With the sweet definition of pregnancy, let us check the stages the pregnancy journey can be classified into. Would anybody like to say what are the stages in the pregnancy journey? If we have any response, please, Priyadarshita, let me know.
Sure, sure. Please feel
Let us
free to share your responses in the chat box, guys. Nimisha, we can go ahead. In case there are any responses, I'll just let you know. Hai na?
sure.
Yeah, yeah.
So while the common notion is that this can be broadly classified into 3 stages corresponding to the 3 trimesters, it is actually a 5-stage experience. The journey starts from preconception and concludes with the postnatal phase. Before conception, then the first trimester comes, followed by the second, third, and then the postnatal phase. As most of our participants are in the post-conception phase, I'll skip the discussion on the first stage, that is preconception. But for quick awareness, in the preconception stage, yoga can be extremely useful and can also help with the fertility issues. Now let us take what it takes to have a pleasant pregnancy experience. Here on the slide, you can see the key takeaways for the webinar. This webinar is designed to provide you the details of prenatal yoga, what it is, its role in pregnancy, and the enormous benefits mother and fetus, the baby, can receive with its practice. We'll be also learning the asanas and yogic techniques to help in different stages of pregnancy, labor preparation, changing the position of fetus, breathing for labor management. We'll also have a quick look at the other pillars of healthy pregnancy, namely nutrition, rest, Garbha sanskar, and we'll also understand what is the correct posture during pregnancy. Towards the end, I will demonstrate few asanas, pranayam, mudras, which are very beneficial in pregnancy, followed by a mindfulness meditation for the soon to be moms who have joined us today. So please stay back till the end of the session. Feel free to take your own breaks and medicines. I would be very happy to answer all your queries towards the end of the session. In the meantime, please feel free to put the queries in the chat box. Now, before we start our deep dive, let us quickly check the distribution of sessions participants in the different trimesters. Please type 1 in the chat box if you are currently in first trimester, 2 for the second, and 3 for the third trimester. Please let us know what is the distribution here.
Yeah, so
Nice.
we are getting 3, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3. It's just all threes.
Nice, nice. So mostly mothers in the third trimester are joining here today. Awesome, awesome. Keep putting. It will be helpful for us to know in the later stages of the presentation as well.
Yeah, we finally have a 1.
Nice. So now let us start with the pillars of healthy pregnancy. While the subject for today's webinar is prenatal yoga, let us look at the basics of other pillars of healthy pregnancy as well. The first pillar is nutrition. The second, exercise. The role of nutrition in development and health of fetus as well as mother can't be overemphasized. In pregnancy, the nutrition requirement from mother's diet is much higher due to the rapid growth of the fetus, development of placenta, enlargement of maternal tissues, increase in maternal circulating blood volume, which is about 40 to 50% more than the normal levels. Helps for the formation of amniotic fluid, storage reserves, mineralization of skeleton and bone structure of the fetus. Last but not the least, while you actually don't need to eat for two, you would certainly want to make sure that your diet is balanced and rich with the nutrition containing all the food groups, namely cereals, great portions of protein, whether it be veg or non-veg, it should be included in all the meals, vegetables, green leafy vegetables, healthy fats, fruits, nuts, seeds, according to the trimester, according to the stage that you are currently in. On this subject, another important point I would like to mention is that efficacy of the digestive system determines how much of the nutrition that we take in is actually absorbed by the body. It depends on the digestive system health as well as the gut health, which determine the absorption. So in general, only a fraction of the intake is absorbed by the body. This can be improved by certain preparatory yoga internal cleansing techniques, but it has to be done before the conception. After the conception, the prenatal yoga exercises and walking can do wonders for the digestive system, and it can improve the amount, the nutrition that the body is able to absorb. Now let us look at the second pillar, that is exercise. It is paramount for expecting mother to be physically active to keep herself and the fetus healthy. There are different forms of exercises ranging from the easiest one, the walking, to the specialized forms of the exercises like prenatal yoga. Each exercise has its own benefits, and if you want to decide which exercise suits you, you should consider the following parameters. Safety and well-being of the fetus and mother. You should opt for low impact exercises which are gentle on the joints and reduce the risk of injury, like walking, swimming, stationary cycling, and the prenatal yoga. You should avoid activities with high risk of falling or abdominal trauma, such as contact sports, skiing, horseback riding, and various jumping or bouncing exercises. I would suggest you to include gentle core strengthening exercises, as these can help alleviate back pain and support the changing posture during the pregnancy. Prenatal yoga, prenatal Pilates, and specific core exercises designed for pregnancy can be highly beneficial here. I would also suggest you to include the pelvic floor strengthening exercises to improve the strength and the opening of the pelvic floor, as it helps during the labor, because in the labor there is a great amount of stretching that is happening, and if the pelvic floor is not strong enough, it can result to laceration or massively tearing of the pelvic floor. If the pelvic floor is not strong enough, it can also result in the incontinence issues. Last but not the least, it is very important to include the breathing exercises in the exercise routine. The pranayams, which are part of the prenatal yoga, improve respiratory health, alleviate common respiratory disorders, and issues like shortness of the breath can be resolved with this. Last but not the least, always check with your gynecologist before you start any sort of exercise in pregnancy, because there can be certain health issues like low-lying placenta, placenta previa, or incompetent cervix, which may restrict the kind of physical workout that you can do. Let us move to the next slide. Now we will be looking at the last two pillars of pregnancy, the healthy pregnancy. These are rest and the Garbha sanskar. Getting enough rest and sleep during pregnancy is extremely important, as it helps with reducing stress levels by relaxing and calming the mind. It also helps to enhance the mood and increase the energy levels. The majority of growth and development of the fetus happens when the mother is resting or sleeping. Therefore, getting enough sleep can contribute significantly to the fetal development. Insufficient sleep is linked to weak immune system, excessive weight gain during pregnancy, and pregnancy complications like longer labors, high blood pressure, and preterm births. Therefore, it is vital to ensure that mother gets enough and adequate amount of rest and sleep during pregnancy. Practicing pranayam, yogic relaxation, and meditation help the mind to become calm, reduce stress and anxiety, and help the mother with adequate and quality sleep. Now let us look at the last pillar, that is Garbha sanskar. Garbha sanskar is to put the seeds of desired qualities in the fetus and to nourish it mentally and spiritually. Some of the practices which are done as part of the Garbha sanskar are gratitude offering, positive affirmations, mantra chanting, scripture reading, and soothing music. A well-rounded yoga practice will incorporate Garbha sanskar elements, as yoga purifies the mind, and Garbha sanskar practices work very well when done with a calm and centered mind. Now let us go deep into the subject of today's webinar, the prenatal yoga. What is prenatal yoga? Prenatal yoga is combination of different yogic techniques. It includes physical postures or asanas, pranayam or the breath work, yogic relaxation, meditation, and mudras, which are suitable and beneficial for good fetal growth, healthy pregnancy, to alleviate the discomforts, aches, and pains, preparing the body for labor, strengthening the body to meet the demands of pregnancy and postpartum phase. The benefits of prenatal yoga are not limited to physical aspects, but go to the deeper levels of existence, like mental, emotional, and spiritual planes. Now let us check the physical benefits and the mental benefits that the prenatal yoga offers. Prenatal yoga helps to manage various issues faced during pregnancy, like respiratory system issues, varicose veins, edema, hip and pelvic aches, acid refluxes, anal fissures, hemorrhoids, etc. Prenatal yoga helps to improve the strength and stamina making body strong to cope up with the challenges caused by the increased body weight, change in the center of gravity, and in preparation for the demands of postpartum stage, which is actually the real stage of one's strength, real test of one's strength and endurance. Pregnancy is actually possible because of the rhythmic play of the endocrine system, that is our hormonal system. In pregnancy, there are increased levels of hormones like progesterone, relaxin, and new hormones are there like HCG. The new levels of these hormones, while necessary to survive, sustain, and nurture the pregnancy, these may cause unwanted effects too, like loose joints. Relaxed state of intestine causes the digestive issues. And because most of the hormones are circulating in the entire blood, and it is not only focusing on the affected organs. So we are getting issues with the knee joint loosening, with the hips loosening. And improper levels of these hormones can also pose danger for the pregnancy. The beauty of yoga is that it has deep positive impact on the hormonal system to keep it in balance, thus avoiding and mitigating hormonal related issues or complications. Prenatal yoga helps to improve the immunity. It improves the blood circulation, the blood volume, which is 40 to 50% higher than the normal one. It is putting great pressure on the veins, heart, and the whole circulatory system. Yoga helps to improve the circulation with the help of balancing and inversion postures. It also helps to improve the digestion, calms the nervous system, reduces musculoskeletal strain and pain. Apart from the physical benefits, the pranayama, yogic relaxation and meditation improve the quality of the breath, state of mind, reduces stress, anxiety, fear, and promotes the confidence, self-esteem, feel good factor, and connect with the baby. Prenatal yoga helps to improve the pain tolerance levels and helps in better mental preparedness for the childbirth. Physical and mental benefits received with prenatal yoga have huge beneficial impact on the health of mother and baby and improve the birth outcomes, making the entire pregnancy and labor journey more comfortable and pleasant. Now, let us look at some of the research here. Various researches are conducted to study the effects of prenatal yoga, and these are published by prestigious organizations like National Library of Medicine, Science Direct. The studies establish the benefits of prenatal yoga we discussed so far, including reduced preterm birth, increased birth weight, lower neonatal resuscitation occurrences, reduced pain and stress during labor, aid in reducing risk of complications during pregnancy, can reduce depression symptoms significantly, better birth outcomes, improved pain tolerance, and better mental preparedness for the childbirth. Now, let us break for a quick audience poll. How many participants of the workshop are already doing yoga in the pregnancy? Type lucky in the chat box. Type lucky in the chat box if you're practicing the prenatal yoga. Nice, nice. People are responding, and I can see that many people here are practicing the prenatal yoga. Very happy to see. Keep putting. It helps us to understand how you are doing and what are the sort of exercises that you are including in the physical workout routine. Now let us look at the some of the frequently asked questions and doubts expecting mommies have about the prenatal yoga. First question, when should it be started? As I mentioned before, prenatal yoga is a term for bunch of yogic practices. Apart from physical asanas or postures, it also includes the breathing techniques, relaxation, meditation, mudras, which have a deep impact on psychological, mental, and emotional aspects. Hence, even if you can't do the physical postures for any health reason, you can still do the prenatal yoga practices apart from the asanas practice. And in the first trimester, you can certainly start or resume if you are doing it already. Second, is it only required in third trimester targeting the pelvic opening? No. Pelvic opening is not the only objective of prenatal yoga. It is designed to improve the physical, mental, and psychological health for all the stages of pregnancy. Hence, it is vital that you start early in the pregnancy because it helps to build the strength and stamina for the demands and the needs of the third trimester and postpartum phase. The third trimester is very demanding. There is a lot of pressure on the entire system. Hence, it is important to start with the prenatal yoga early on in the pregnancy. Let us come to the next question. Should it be done on the empty stomach? No, prenatal yoga is best done on light stomach. You should have light snacks 45 minutes to 1 hour before starting the prenatal yoga. What is the best time to do the prenatal yoga? It can be done in morning, late mornings or evening, keeping gap with the meal timings and accommodating the lifestyle and sleep and rest patterns of the mother. Is it same as normal yoga? No, it is not same as normal yoga. Normal yoga in its entirety is not suitable for pregnancy. The prenatal yoga is a subsection, and mostly it is a modified subsection of the normal yoga. Is prenatal yoga same for all the 3 trimesters? Again, no. It is not same, as the body's requirement and anatomy changes dramatically from the one trimester to other. Now let us look at how to sail through the trimesters with the prenatal yoga. What are the prenatal yoga practices that one can do in the different trimesters? Let us start with the first trimester. Mothers in first trimester face issues like morning sickness, fatigue, mood swings, dizziness, among others. Most of these issues are attributed to hormonal changes, increased levels of progesterone and relaxin, and resulting softening and stretching of the muscles and ligaments. Some of the asanas which help greatly in this trimester are gentle hip and pelvic stretching asanas like Baddha Konasana, Chakki Chalanasana, Veerasana. The forward bending postures like Triangle Mukha Ekpad Paschimottanasana, Opposed Konasana, and restorative postures like Supta Baddha Konasana. Pranayams like Ujjayi breath and the Nadi Shodhan Pranayama are very helpful to keep the hormonal system in good health and balance and to help with the stress and anxiety. Meditation and relaxation helps here to improve the issues like stress, anxiety, keeping the mother in good health and restful. Now let us look at the second trimester issues. Mothers in the second trimester face issues like hip and back pains, shortness of the breath, nasal congestion, varicose veins, among others. Most of these issues are attributed to weight gain, change in the center of gravity, growing uterus pressing on the diaphragm, increased fluid, the circulating fluid, and improper circulation of the circulating fluid. Some of the asanas which help greatly in this trimester are strength building with gentle stretching postures like Veerbhadrasana series, circulation building and immunity improving postures like Ardha Chandrasana, inversions like legs up the ball pose and Vipreet Karni. Yogic breath and bird pranayama are very helpful in this trimester to improve the lung capacity and relieve the shortness of the breath. Meditation and relaxation continue to aid in the stress and anxiety relief, instilling the sense of peace and positivity, improving the rest and the sleep quality. Now let us look at the third trimester. Third trimester issues, there are many issues. Mothers are nearing the labor day here, and the weight of the uterus and the mother continues to grow, causing strain, discomfort as the uterus pushes the stomach up, presses on the diaphragm, presses on the bladder and veins in the pelvic floor, causing varicose veins. The energy levels may get impacted, and mothers may also feel anxious as she approaches the end of the pregnancy due to the fear of how things will go, if everything will turn out fine, fear of pain, arranging for the help very much needed post delivery. Some of the asanas which help greatly in this trimester and preparation for the labor are hip opening asanas like goddess pose, Anjani asana, Prasarita Paduttanasana, restorative postures like Supta Baddha Konasana, and inversions like Vipreet Karni. Pranayam, yogic breath, and Brahmari Pranayam are very helpful in this trimester to utilize the complete lung capacity and calm down the mind. Meditation and yogic relaxation continue to being very helpful towards the stress and anxiety relief, instilling the sense of peace and positivity, improving the restfulness and sleep patterns. Now let us look at the do's and don'ts of the prenatal yoga practice across the trimesters. Here on the screen, you can see that I have listed some of the beneficial postures, while some of the postures or the type of practice to be avoided. For the first trimester, second trimester, and the third trimester. If anybody wants, please take a screenshot. But here, please be informed that the gynecologist consent is very important. Without that, please do not start any exercise, whether it be yoga or any other form of exercise. Whatever you are considering, please check with the gynecologist first. Now let us quickly have a glance at the posture change in pregnancy. The center of gravity changes. It moves forward with the abdomen growth, and which causes, if you are not mindful, and the result of the growing belly size will be increased curve of your lower back, increased curve of the upper back. Forward tilting of the head is also observed commonly here. Let me point out. So here you can see the head is tilted forward. Here you can observe that the upper back is curved more than the normal. Lower back curve is also pronounced. The buttocks are pushed back. The knees are in locked position. Because of this, you get many common issues that you generally face, like your neck pains, your shortness of the breath, because the lungs are compressed here. The stomach is also contracted, and because of that, acid reflexes are more here. And because of the more pressure on your lower back, due to the increased curve there, you get back and hip pains. Because of the locking of the knee, there is more pressure on your feet. Now, let us see how we can correct the posture. To correct the posture, chin should be in neutral position. Instead of forward tilt, have the chin up in the neutral position. Shoulders should be drawn back. You can roll the shoulders to the back side. You can roll the shoulders to the back side and lift the rib cage up. Abdomen should be gently tucked. You have to gently tuck it in to support the baby. Buttocks should be tucked under. Knees should be micro bend, not completely straight. A micro bend will be helpful to ease the body weight over feet. And body weight should be here in the posture. We do not see the position of the feet, and neither we will be able to make out. But important thing to note here is that the body weight should be distributed over center of the feet and not on the edges. The posture correction will help reduce the pregnancy issues like shortness of breath, aches and pains greatly. Now let us check the optimal fetal position for the vaginal delivery. So on the screen, what you see is LOA and ROA. Let me highlight. Yeah. So this is right occiput anterior position. Here in the pelvic girdle, the baby is facing towards your back. Baby is facing towards your back, and baby's back is against your front. The baby's position is slightly towards your right. And the second position is left occiput anterior. In this one, the baby's position is slightly towards your left side. The LOA position, ROA position, both are termed as very good and the best postures for the fetus for the vaginal delivery. If the baby is in this position, the labor will be shorter, less painful. Many times, the baby is not in the optimal position, and there are less optimal positions like OP positions, wherein the baby's back is towards against your back. That is less optimal. It makes the labor more painful, and it increases the duration of the labor. While there are some positions in which it is difficult for the vaginal delivery, like the breech baby and the transverse baby. In all the postures, if there is issue, if the issue is that the baby is not in the correct optimal position, yoga can be very helpful. Inversion postures help baby to move from the unfavorable positions like breech and transverse to head down. Pelvic movements help to change the baby's position from OP to OA. Again, if there are any questions, please feel free to put it in the chat box. We'll be taking it later. Breathing for the labor. So labor management is a very important aspect of the entire pregnancy. There are multiple ways in which the pain is managed during the labor phase. And breathing, the controlled and guided breathing techniques are very helpful to achieve this. The breathing, when it is in control, it helps the mother to keep calm, remain in control, keeping the body as relaxed as possible and helpful in bearing down the baby. Because when mother is calm, she is not contracting the pelvic floor, she is relaxed, the pelvic floor is smoothly, it can allow the baby's movement to out. Now there are different breathing techniques to be employed in the different stages of labor. So actually labor is classified into 4 stages. While for our needs, it is important to know about the first and the second stage. In the first stage, the dilation, the cervix dilation happens to the 10 centimeters level. And while in the second stage is the stage where the baby is pushed out. And then in between, there is transition phase. In the first stage, up to 6 centimeter, you can manage the labor well with the Ujjayi breath, with the massages, with the soothing music, with rest. After 6 centimeter to 10 centimeter, you can employ the hypnobirthing techniques. So this is a big topic. It is not possible to cover this topic in its entirety, but know that the hypnobirthing techniques are quite helpful after 6 centimeter of dilation. It involves visualization, relaxation, and deep breathing techniques. With the strength the Almighty has given to all the women, you will be certainly able to sail through the delivery phase. And it will be finally baby's day out. With that, we'll begin your postnatal phase. A major part of it will be lactation, feeding the baby, and of course, nappy changes. Initially, it can be very overwhelming, with the body having undergone intense birthing process. And instead of having a relaxed period to recover, the mother has to take care of a small baby whose sleep pattern doesn't align with hers, who needs you every 2 hours or so. And it takes a bit of time for you and the baby to stabilize the lactation. You may be feeling anxious, tired, sleep deprived, exhausted, overwhelmed all at once and without a respite. But then, mother in you knows that you are strong and can control the situation. Patience, time, effort, and a strong mind would help you here. These first weeks can be hugely emotional as the mother learns to take care of the new baby, and adjust to her role as a mother. The intense responsibility combined with the hormones that are still present in the system and will remain for months to follow if you are breastfeeding can lead to mood swings and even depression. A perfect remedy for all this soreness and the mental stress is postnatal yoga. Practice of postnatal yoga can slowly be started after 1 month for the vaginal delivery and 2 to 3 months for the cesarean delivery. Here are few or many benefits of the postnatal yoga to manage the postnatal phase. The postnatal yoga can help you loosen the tight muscles, release tension, calm down the nerves, regain the energy, and calibrate and rebuild the pelvic floor and the abdominal muscles, which have been tried and tested over 9 months of supporting a heavy belly. Postnatal yoga can also help with the conditions of diastasis recti, help you to lose weight and regain the strength. So mothers who have started feeling the kicks must be able to relate to this. That one little kick in the day makes everything feel all right. Now let us touch upon the affirmations. What are affirmations? Affirmations are actually the positive affirmations are phrases repeated over time to shift through the patterns, the thought process, and initiate intentions and positive changes. Some of the positive affirmations are mentioned in this slide. My favorites are I love to eat healthy, nourishing, and wholesome food for me and my baby. I love having peaceful and joyful thoughts as often as I can. I and my baby, here I have crossed this one, but I'm to the next last one of my list. I and my baby are happy, healthy, and blessed, and we love each other. This one is not there, my personal favorite. If you want, you can take a screenshot of this also. The positive affirmations are very helpful in the pregnancy and otherwise also to help program the subconscious mind to improve the thought patterns from the negative overthinking patterns to the positive thinking. Now let us look at the demonstrations of few beneficial postures, pranayama, mudra, and then we'll also be doing the mindfulness meditation. Here, I would like to remind you again that mothers with the gynecologist consent for prenatal yoga can do these asanas with me. I would also like to highlight the importance of the props. There are some props here on the screen. The yoga blocks or hard cushions, the belts or dupatta. These help to these help you to smoothly transition into the postures and help you to do the postures which you can't do because of the limited range of movement in the pregnancy. The second category has cushions or bolsters. You can also instead use the rolled bed sheets or blankets. Last one, the yoga balls. The yoga balls are very, very helpful in the third trimester. It helps to do the pelvic floor exercises while simultaneously opening and uh, relaxing the pelvic floor. Last one is the chair. Chair, as such, it is not mandatory, but it can be helpful in case you can't do the postures otherwise, or you want a gentler practice on a day. Now, for the first trimester, I'll be showing you the Chakki Chalanasana and Sukta Baddha Konasana. Priyadarshita, do you suggest that I stop the slideshow for the demonstration or I continue with the demonstration?
I would suggest to stop the slide share, so that your demonstration will take the larger screen.
Sure.
or else yeah.
Yes, I have stopped the slideshow. Now we'll be seeing the demonstration for few postures. We'll be starting with the Chakki Chalanasana. For the Chakki Chalanasana practice, you can sit on the mat with your legs stretched out to the sides. Stretch the spine nicely. Then you have to interlace the fingers and lean back. Excuse me, I'll just move the bottom here. Interlace the fingers in front of your chest. Lean back, inhale. Now, as you exhale, you start making big circles in front. Exhaling, you have to go forward. Inhaling, you have to come back. Here, important thing to note is that your spine should be lengthened. You should not be rounding your back while doing it. This is one important thing to note. Another is, if you are in the third trimester, you can sit on a block and do this asana. It will help improve the posture and your range. So here, again, demonstrate. Lean back as you inhale. Exhaling towards your right and front. Inhaling, left and backward. You have to continue doing these movements for 7 to 8 times, and then you can change the direction. So here, it is anti-clockwise rotation. And once you want to switch, lean back again and start in the other side movement. So here it is Chakki Chalanasana. It is safe to be practiced in all the trimesters, and it helps to greatly with your lower back flexibility, helps to relieve aches and pains, improve the hip. Now let us look at the Supta Baddha Konasana posture. So this is a restorative posture and a very relaxing posture, simultaneously giving you the benefits of the Baddha Konasana. So the relaxing and restorative postures are very, very helpful when you are exhausted, when the fatigue has taken over. And the first trimester, ladies can surely relate to the what I'm saying. Here, you have to make arrangement with your pillows, cushions, so that the body can lean against this arrangement in a 30 to 45-degree angle. So here, you have to sit with your hips against the lower part of the pillow. And then you have to bring the soles together in front and slowly lean back on the pillow arrangement. Then bring the hands down beside the body, palms turned upwards, relax the head down. So because of the gentle stretching of the hips that you have here, it is very helpful to relieve the aches. And simultaneously, it also nourishes the pelvic floor. Nourishment of pelvic floor is happening. When you want to come out of the posture, turn towards the side. First turn and then use your palm support to come up. It is important to first turn to the side because you do not want to engage the rectus abdominis muscles. Instead, the transverse abdominis muscles should be engaged here. So here we looked at the restorative posture, Supta Baddha Konasana. This posture can also be practiced in all the 3 trimesters. Given that you do not have any health condition which restricts the kind of physical workout you can do. Now we'll be looking at some strength building asanas, which are very helpful in the second trimester. Again, these asanas also are the ones that can be practiced throughout the pregnancy, but highly useful in the second trimester. For this, let us come up on the mat. and stand with your legs. So here I'll show you the front standing posture. So you have to stand with your legs shoulder width apart. Do not have your legs together, shoulder width apart. This is the starting posture. And then you have to take your right leg to the back side. Now, how much you can take it to the back? You can go that much back side, but do not overstrain yourself. Keep both the legs straight here and check the alignment. Your front foot and the back heel should be in one line. If it is not, adjust. Adjust. And then your toes, left toes are facing forward, while right toes are slightly inward inclined. And then take your hands in line with the shoulders, and the legs too, parallel to the mat. Inhale here, keep looking towards your left hand. And as you exhale, bend your left knee. Bend your left knee and bring the hips down. Now, engage the leg muscles. The thighs and the calf muscles should be engaged here. And feel that your body weight is falling on the back leg, not the front. So these are important things to be noted about this posture. This is Warrior 2, Veerbhadrasana 2. It helps to strengthen the legs, gives a gentle stretching to relieve the discomforts. Now, once you want to come out, straighten the front leg, release the hands, and slowly start moving the feet closer until you come comfortably in the shoulder width apart feet position. Now, the next posture that we will be doing is immunity building and circulation improving posture. This posture is called Ardha Chandrasana or the half moon pose. To practice this, make sure that you are standing with the wall behind you. Because this is a balancing posture, please make sure that there is some support and you do not lose the balance. Now with the legs shoulder width apart, this is slightly modified posture than the normal Ardha Chandrasana. This is modified for the pregnancy moves. Have the legs shoulder width apart. Stretch out the hands in line with your shoulders. You are holding the block in your right palm. Now inhale here. As you exhale, slowly start bending towards your right side. Slowly take ample support of the wall. Slowly keep going down. Keep going down until the block comes down. And then you have to look up. So this here that the left hand is stretched out towards the ceiling. The left leg is stretched out, making parallel to the mat. The right leg is firmly down, and you have to look up towards the ceiling. Now, once you want to come out, take your hands again back and bring the leg down. So this posture helps to improve the immunity, helps to improve the fluid circulation around the body. Is anybody practicing here with me? You can turn on the video so that I can see. I will be able to correct the posture if required. Now let us look at the third trimester posture. So in the third trimester, there is more focus on the hip opening. For the hip opening, let us look at the goddess pose today. Okay? For the goddess pose, we will be seeing how to do without the ball. With the ball also we will be seeing. So for the goddess pose, have your legs apart, around 2 feet to 2.5 feet. The toes should be facing slightly outwards. Now, join the palms at the chest center as you inhale and bend your knees as you exhale. Bring the pelvic floor parallel to the mat. Once you are in the posture, you can take your hands parallel to the legs with the palms facing to the front. So this is the posture, the goddess posture or the Devi posture. And then once you want to come out, slowly straighten the legs, release the hands, and bring the legs closer back to the shoulder width apart. So this posture helps to improve the hip opening, helps to give a good stretch to the both the hips, strengthens the legs. Now, last posture that we'll be seeing for the third trimester is a relaxing and restorative posture, and that is your Supta Vajrasana. For the Supta Vajrasana posture, again you have to take the pillow element. Then you have to sit with the legs bent and the hips below the hips on the heels. And then you have to slowly start leaning back. Lean back. Take the support of the chair, take the support of the pillows. Relax your head down. Have your hands by the sides, palms open to sky. And again, once you want to come out, take the palms down and slowly spread out the legs in front. Then turn towards your right or left side. With the support of your palms, come up in the seated posture. So this is Supta Vajrasana. Relaxing and restorative postures help in the taking rest during the asanas practice. It improves the benefits by balancing the endocrine system. Now we'll be seeing the demonstration for the pranayam. Today we'll be learning two pranayam. One is the bird pranayam and the other is blowing the candle breath. So for the bird pranayam, this can be done in all the three trimesters, given that your shoulders are comfortable, you are not having frozen or stiff shoulders, and you're comfortable in sitting in Vajrasana. If you can't sit in Vajrasana, then you can come down in Sukhasana and then practice the same pranayam. I will demonstrate with the Vajrasana. So you have to sit with your legs folded, the buttocks resting on the feet between the heels. Now take your hands to the sides, palms facing out, and as you inhale, take your hands up. As you exhale, bring the hands down. During the pranayam practice, close the eyes gently and continue with the hand movements synchronized with the breath. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Try to have the breath slow and smooth, but without straining the lungs. You can keep doing the movements at least for 9 times. This pranayam helps to improve the lung capacity. There is more room for the lungs here. So automatically the Vajrasana posture helps in improving the respiration. Here the torso is lengthening, so even your stomach is getting good amount of space. So after this posture, we will be looking at blowing the candle breath. Blowing the candle breath is also safe to be practiced in all the 3 trimesters. For this, you can be sitting in the Sukhasana, the easy cross-legged posture, keeping the torso straight, and you can place your palms in Chin Mudra on the thighs. Chin Mudra is wherein you bring the tip of index finger and thumb together and rest on the knees. Now, for the pranayam practice, you have to inhale through nose and exhale through a small gap between the lips. First lips, we call it. Inhale, exhale. Let me come near to the camera so that you can observe it in a better way. Try to inhale through the nose. Exhale through very small gap between the lips. This helps to relax the mind very nicely, helps to calm it down. relieves the stress, improves the symptoms of depression and anxiety. Now, last but not the least, let us look at the demonstration of a mudra. First, let us understand about mudras. What are mudras? Mudras are actually most commonly hand gestures. Hand gestures for changing the energies in the body. There are hundreds of mudras, but we will look at one mudra which is very helpful in the third trimester for the better labor. That is Apana Mudra. So this mudra is, the hand posture is like this. You curl the middle finger and the ring finger. Bring the tips of the middle finger and ring finger touching lightly to the tip of the thumb. This is the mudra. But again, do not practice if the baby is not in head down position or if you're having any pregnancy complications. This can be practiced only in the 9th month. Before that, do not practice. Now we'll be doing a meditation, a short mindfulness meditation. I encourage all of you to practice this. For the practice, let us sit comfortably. You can take support against the wall. You can take support of a cushion against the wall. Let us sit comfortably. You can sit in Sukhasana. You can sit on a chair or a bed as you feel comfortable to. Now close your eyes gently. Close your eyes gently. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Another deep inhalation and complete exhalation. Allow yourself to relax as you focus on the breath. Now let us take the awareness to the forehead. Inhale, exhaling, relax the forehead. Take the awareness to the shoulders. Inhale, exhaling, relax the shoulders. Now let us start the mindfulness meditation. Take your awareness to the nostrils. Observe the incoming breath and the outgoing breath. Now we'll be counting down 8 breaths. With each inhalation, mentally say the number and the direction. Let us start. As you inhale, mentally say 8 in. As you exhale, mentally say 8 out. Continue counting down the breaths to the breath number 1. If you lose a count, start from the 8th breath again. Keep the complete awareness on the breath and the counting. Now slowly move the awareness to the throat. Observe the breath at the throat. Feel the inhalation and the exhalation at the throat. Now let us count down 8 breaths at the throat center. Similarly, how we counted at the nostrils. Let the breaths be as natural as possible. Complete awareness on the throat center, breath, and the counting. Now slowly move the awareness down to the chest. Become aware of the breath at the chest. Feel that the inhalation is inflating your chest. With exhalation, chest is relaxing. Continue observing the chest movements with the breath. Now let us count down 8 breaths at the chest. Count down, saying mentally the count and the direction of the breath. Losing a count would mean that you need to start from the 8th breath again. Mind is completely attached to the breath and the body right now. You are in present. You are completely comfortable, relaxed. Mind is pleasant. Keeping the awareness inwards, know that you are strong. You believe in your natural abilities as a mother, as a woman. You are nurturing this pregnancy very well. Your baby is very happy. You are happy. healthy and blessed, and soothes the baby. Feel and visualize that whole body is radiating the peacefulness and the calmness. Breathe in, breathe out. Become aware of the breath. Become aware of the body and the surroundings. Now let us rub the palms in front of the chest. Rub the palms in front of the chest and gently cup the eyes. Feel the warmthness over the eyes. And there's a gap between the palms and the eyes. Gently massage the face, neck, back of the neck. Then bring the palms in front of the chest. Looking at the palms, open the eyes with a smile. Hope you all had a peaceful meditation. Now we are towards the end. If you all have any questions, please feel free to put in the chat box.
Nimisha, we have a few questions. So, meanwhile, while others are typing and adding theirs, we can go to the first ones, right, which were shared before.
Sure, sure.
So the first question was, it is a request to advise for bed rest patients. So this is by Hetal.
Hmm.
So for bed rest patients, are there any like yoga techniques they can use, or should they not use any?
So for bed rest people, they can do the Sukshma Vyayam. Sukshma Vyayam is the joint rotations. So it is very important to keep the joints flexible and moving. So like the neck exercises, like moving up and down a few times, help to keep the neck mobile. You can synchronize the breath with the movement. Inhale as you take the head up, exhale down. Similarly, side by side movements can be done. You have to move towards your right shoulder. With the inhalation, come back to the center, exhaling to the left shoulder. So this is for our neck joint. Similarly, all the joints of the body can be targeted, barring the hip joint. So it depends what has caused the bed rest. Depending on that, we can look at it in detail. So you can please message me directly on my number and I can help you better. Apart from the physical practice, it would be very helpful if you do the breathing exercise or the pranayam, the relaxation and the meditation, because bed rest itself can put a lot of anxiety and the stress. The pranayam and relaxation meditation will be very helpful.
Got it. Got it. Hope this helps, Hetal. Meanwhile, Nimisha, can you please share your contact details in the chat so that the parents can, save the details right now and reach out to you later?
Okay. I will request everyone to go to my website, yogkutir.com, and there are the contact details. Here, look, here I'm looking for the chat box.
I can, I can share details. It's the same WhatsApp number, right?
Right, yes.
Works. We'll do that. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Next question is from Pallavi, which is uh, she has a short cervix issue with cervical stitches. Can she do yoga? And if yes, what kind of yoga can she practice?
So as such, she has to, if she, it means she has got the stitches done, but now how is the condition? It
Hmm.
depends on that.
Hmm.
So, and in general, if the healing is not yet done, if the issue is not completely in control, then barring the hip
Hmm.
opening should certainly be avoided at the moment until the cervix heals back and is in good length. Also, the other asanas like the asanas, physical postures, targeting the upper back, targeting the head, targeting the leg movements can be done, but certainly avoid the hip opening.
Got
Uh,
it.
the relaxation, meditation, and the breath work should be surely done.
Hmm. Got it. Hope this helps, Pallavi. Next question is from Ruchi, which is what is Lamaze breathing and which exercises can be done?
I'm not an expert in that area. So, Lamaze, I can't help you with. But the breathing work in the hypnobirthing and the yoga, I can help you with. So, as I mentioned during the presentation, there is Ujjayi breath, which can help up to the 6 centimeter of dilation. Post that, for each stage, like remaining part of the first stage, the transition phase, and in the second stage, different breathing techniques have to be employed. So here it is not possible to cover in the detail as we are already towards the end, but certainly we can cover more in next presentation.
Sure. Next question is please suggest an asana for pelvic area pain in ninth month.
Ninth month, pelvic area. So I assume it is for hip opening.
Shweta, please feel free to add more details in the chat.
Okay, I guess she has mentioned pelvic area pain.
Yeah, pelvic area pain. Yeah.
Okay, so gentle stretches will help.
Hmm.
Gentle stretches, like even barrier series, will be helpful. We did the barrier to posture. The barrier to posture would be helpful. Trikonasana. There are different asanas in the barrier series. Trikonasana, Parshvakonasana. These will be helpful. Even the Baddhakonasana, the bounded angle pose, I'll show you right now. Here the soles are together in front and the torso is lengthened. Torso is lengthened. You can place the palms at the chest center or just relax the hands on your knees. Keeping the torso straight, you can just relax in the posture for few breaths. This can also help. And the butterfly movements will also be helpful, wherein we flap the legs up and down.
Got it. Yeah. Next question is from Shweta only. Please suggest yoga postures to bring the baby in optimal position and fix the head of the baby. Currently
Okay,
completed 37 weeks.
37 weeks. Okay, so generally baby's head gets engaged in 34 to 36 weeks. If, yeah, later also it can happen, certainly. The asanas would be the pelvic movements on the ball will be very helpful. And did she mention that the what is the baby's position right now?
No details on that.
Okay, so it
Yeah,
depends.
yeah. She has mentioned.
If it is only about engaging the head in the pelvic area, then gentle pelvic movements I'll show you. I'll show with the ball. These are very helpful to bring the baby's head down. Here, you can take a yoga ball and sit with the legs out, open. Now you have to gently bounce here. You can bounce here for 20 times around. Apart from this, you can do rotation of the pelvic. So here, I'll be making shape of 8. So in front as you go, do clockwise rotation, towards back, anti-clockwise rotation. So you can do these movements for 10 to 15 times. Apart from this, you can also make shape of infinity, wherein towards your left, You make clockwise circling towards your right anti-clockwise. Again, this can be done 10 to 15 times. So this is one way to encourage the baby to come down. And when you sit on the ball, the pelvic floor is open and there is good amount of space available in the pelvic floor. This helps to encourage baby to come down. Another thing that she can do is duck walk. So for the duck walk, she has to sit in the squat posture with her palms firmly on the ball in front. So like this, she has to sit. And then slowly walk forward. She can slightly lean to the front as well. And rolling the ball to the front, you have to move forward. So these are some of the ways how you can encourage the baby to descend down in the birth canal.
Awesome. Hope this helps, Shweta. Next question is from Shreya, which is please suggest a pose for lower back pain. She's in 9 month and she regularly practices yoga and walking.
Okay, so for ninth month, please also make sure that your posture is correct. Incorrect posture, as we saw in the image, that because of the increased curve of lower back, there is more pressure. So one thing is to make sure that, and as she is already practicing, I would request you to include the Trikonasana posture, happy baby pose, Anand Balasana in your practice. So these can help alleviate the lower back pains.
Got it. Awesome. Soumya has asked to elaborate on what is Garbha sanskar, but I think you have already covered that in the session, right? So,
Yeah.
so maybe you can refer to the recording once again. Uh, I think, yeah, we have a hands up from Shreya. So, Shreya, do you want to share your question on audio?
Yes. So ma'am just showed duck walk, right, with the ball. I want to ask, like, when I try to sit for duck walk, my stomach gets pressed from the sides.
Okay.
So, like, is it okay or should I avoid that? What to do?
So it depends how much you're able to keep the legs out. So here, if you're sitting with the legs out to the sides nicely and keeping the torso straight. So if you're leaning forward, obviously the abdomen may get compressed by the legs if the legs are not completely open. Keep the chest open slightly to the back side. And with this kind of posture, you have to walk. This will help avoid the pressure on the abdomen.
Okay.
I guess that's it, Nimisha, with Q&A. Is there anything else we need to continue with, or are we done with the session?
No, I think that's it. And I would want everyone to believe in your natural abilities. Believe in yourself. You are strong. Remember that. Don't question, don't put doubts over your abilities as a mother. And as we come to the end of the prenatal yoga session, I want to express my deepest gratitude to each and every one of you for joining me today. I would encourage you to prioritize self care, both physically and emotionally, as you prepare for the little one's arrival. Thank you all again and wish you a radiant and peaceful journey ahead. Namaste.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Nimisha, for this.
Thank you, Priyadarshita, for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you. Okay, take care, guys.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.